Guys, welcome to the I'm sorry, that wasn't the joke I had in mind to start this off. Hey everybody, welcome to the Diaper Podcast, the only diaper-oriented podcast where we talk about our favorite diapers.
Huggies, that's the only one I know.
I like person diapers because they're meant to not be taken off because people have they have a habit of ripping it off of themselves and throwing it at other people. So it's not only venerable but also weaponized. So, I'm a big Second Amendment guy. I love things when they're weapon oriented. So, yeah. Not just kidding, everybody. We fooled you. I bet you guys were like, "Oh man, what the is this shit?" I wanted to go on Northwest Trenches and listen to what these had to say. It is Northwest Trenches. We got a bunch to say today, and I think I've said more than I can count on two hands within the first 2 minutes of this episode.
Yeah, it's gonna be an unfortunate cutting room situation.
It's just gonna be silent.
Yeah, it's just
the first 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes are just gonna be us making mouth movements, and it's just gonna be silence. So
that's fine, I think. So this week, I don't know if I should go personal route or not. So instead, I will talk about yesterday's presidential debate for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I was too busy watching Fish Tank. The better live stream of the two big live streams going on a Thursday night Thursday night.
All I know is that Goodman Joe was spacing out with his mouth open for the entire time, pretty much.
He was soy jacking.
Yeah, it was worse than that, though. He was, like, checked out. His eyes, like, bulged up a couple times. It was weird.
Holy fuck.
And then Trump, he was Trump. But, yeah.
Was he funny? Like, was Trump funny?
He was trying, I think. He was trying to be endearing in some ways.
I just want to know if the guy was funny because just like I said, I've been watching a bunch of Fish Tank and I haven't gotten around to like even seeing like Trump's greatest hits from the debate. So I'm like, right now I'm like, dude, I really hope that guy was funny. That's the only reason I even like him. Joe Biden, I can't really talk on Joe Biden because that's just like talking shit on like somebody who's like special education. Like I feel bad, legitimately bad talking shit about Joe Biden because of the fact that he's like obviously in cognitive decline, like, and was pushed by other people to be president. So
it was something else for CNN to show Jill Biden helping him down the stairs of the debate stage. And
did Trump need help?
No. But right after, all of the analysts or whatever the that are like on this stage floor, they're like, we already have news that Mr. Trump is going to probably destroy this guy, so we need a replacement for our nominee pretty much immediately, which is kind of funny.
Did Trump annihilate Biden? Like, was he like...
It was a lot of haymakers, and all Joe Biden did was ignore.
Was Joe Biden just like... He was like, yeah, and black people and stuff, and Trump would be like, black people don't even like you, they think you're... And everybody... Well, no, they didn't have a crowd, which pissed me off, too, about that debate, is they didn't have a crowd, so you couldn't hear, like, Trump just throw out the meanest roast, and just... There's nobody to go like, yeah, woo, yeah, hit him with that one, Donald. Like,
well, they're also like 78, which in presidential terms is ancient. And
it genuinely does.
And stuff. They want to make sure that like they don't get COVID from being pretty much compromised.
Oh no, multimillionaires aren't going to have enough money for healthcare to cure them from COVID. Oh no. But I don't believe that for a second. I think it had nothing to do with COVID that they didn't have a crowd there. It was because they didn't want people who are pro-Trump in there and just like being like, yeah, call Joe Biden gay again.
I think something funny that keeps happening is that there is many debates, and then you see Joe Biden, and he is processing the sentence as long as possible, most likely forgetting certain parts of it, and then being like, and we need to fix school lunches. Like, what are you talking about, man?
I did see one clip of him where he started explaining something and he started doing like that,
Yeah,
and then he just like trailed off, and I was like, eee.
It's a bit dicey when it
Like
comes to politics right now.
it's crazy to me because like I'm not saying Trump is the best president in the world, but it's crazy to me how people can be like so lost in like their political party's dogma, I guess, that they can look at Joe Biden and be like, well, he's better than Trump. And it's like the guy is hanging on for dear life with the reality right now. Like if you're like, vote for RFK if anything. I'm serious. Like I'm actually
I mean,
I don't like putting political
like a couple weeks ago on the pod, I talked about third parties coming up and everything. Like in every industry, third parties coming back up.
Yeah.
And
Like
I
if
think
everybody
that's a good trend for politics too at the
Yeah,
moment.
if everybody instead who is going to vote for Biden 100% changes their mind and votes for RFK, he's going to win.
That is
plain and simple.
Most likely true.
But like I guess the problem that comes with that is people are so fucking caught up in like, oh, I'm a registered Democrat, so the Democrats they can't do anything wrong. It's all the Republicans doing something wrong. Because a lot of liberals and like left-leaning people have that like mindset. They look at somebody like RFK who 10 years ago, 12 years ago, even 8 years ago would have been a great candidate for the Democrat Party. They're going to look at him and be like, oh, he just talks about brainworms and how he doesn't support vaccines. And Joe Biden put forth the vaccine, so I have to support it. It's like, no, you don't. Like, vote for somebody more put together than Joe fucking Biden. And I'll say the same thing for Republicans. Vote for somebody more put together than Donald fucking Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying like RFK should be president over the two of them. Whoever's president is president, and I can't really change it. But like, I'm not even an RFK supporter, in the bullshit ultimately that we see with like political policy coming out of the mouths of Trump and Biden. Like, it's fucking stupid. Like, it's dumb shit that panders to one type of person, and I don't think you and I, for example, like really identify with either Trump or Biden. I mean, maybe you do. I don't know. We don't talk politics much,
yeah,
but like,
for the most part, I'm a third party guy.
I'm an independent.
Even though it does,
I'm a registered independent.
Yeah. But to get out of politics, I'm just gonna back us out of this very quick.
Good idea.
Basketball draft, NBA draft happened.
The Vietnam draft.
Yeah, the LeBron James Jr. draft happened.
LeBron James Jr. is going to war, and there's nothing you can do about it. Sorry, LeBron Sr.
Well, the Lakers drafted Bronny, and everybody was like, that's like the only person we really cared about in this draft, and I find that really funny. They were like,
that is funny.
We have 62 prospects or whatever, but we only care about one. Yeah, Bronny was actively just kind of, like a health threat in some ways, because he had a heart issue in last year. So a lot of people were scared about that. They were also scared that he didn't have enough experience and he was a little too small for his position. But with LeBron in front of him, teaching him even more than he used to, I think Bronny could work out pretty well.
I heard he sucked. I heard he fucking sucked. That's what I heard.
Well, it's kind of hard to say he sucks when he was on the bench in college because of his name. USC straight up put him on the bench because of his name.
Yeah,
which is complete bullshit.
Statistically, if your dad plays basketball and you want to play basketball, you're going to play basketball if you just like play through high school and college.
It's
There's
just
like
the issue.
There's a percentage in like the 500s, or there's like, I'm not even kidding. There's a crazy high percentage that you're going to be a basketball player if your dad is, and that you can actually get into the NBA and make money.
Yeah, it's just a big issue because Bronny went to USC and it was expected to be the starter, and then they just put him on the bench, like, no reason. And then he had a few games, a few practices. Further down the line, he had the heart issue, and then he was out the rest of the year. So,
how do you have a heart issue in your 20s?
Yeah, he was not even 20. He's 19. And I believe they said his heart murmured or something.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
And they were like, yeah, we can't play you for the rest of the year. And he was like, well, that's fucking bullshit. I'm just going to leave. You guys didn't even start me. And then he got drafted. And people are like, oh, it's all nepotism and it's all a bunch of biases. And it kind of is.
It is.
I mean, if Jordan,
it definitely is.
If Jordan stayed around enough to play with his sons would get the same reaction, you know?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, Kobe had a daughter that played basketball. I mean, it was that was like literally well over 100% guarantee she was going to play in the WNBA. But you know, helicopter happened, and
it's an unfortunate event.
Everybody got eviscerated, so no more basketball for anybody, I guess.
It's just, gosh, that was kind of dark, but
it was funny.
But the whole thing is that basketball has so many generational talents. It's kind of like pro wrestling. It's kind of like professional football, any athletic sport, pretty much. There's always going to be a generational situation, and LeBron has lasted through at least 2 generations worth of athletes in basketball without any issue, which is fucking crazy. And now he's coming up on the 3rd generation, and he doesn't care. He's still playing accurate basketball for the past, 5 or 6 years. It's been the same numbers the whole time.
Yeah, imagine instead of a volley of accurate fire from the U.S. military, you get a volley of accurate basketball from the NBA.
Dude, Steph Curry just shot that Russian. That's crazy.
Steph Curry's a better sniper than Chris fucking Kyle. Holy shit. See, that's the type of black representation I want to see. Basketball players sniping Russians.
I just feel like I just like how the basketball situation is, and then you look at professional football, and a guy that can only win half the games gets the biggest contract ever. I don't understand it. Trevor Lawrence got a 5-year, 260 or 75, somewhere in there, and he's only won half the games.
That's fucked.
And Tom Brady, he was dominant every single year, and the Patriots were like, hey, we can, pay you, or you can take a pay cut prematurely, and we can hire a bunch of guys that can be supporting cast. And I don't really think modern quarterbacks really think about that. They'd rather have the money, lock it down, and be set for life pretty much, which is very upsetting.
Yeah. Man, there's so many moments where I wish I was 6'6" and black, and being able to play basketball and make multi-million, tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions, even in some cases, that would be the best thing ever.
Yeah, I kind of wish I stayed on at least not professional level, but some sort of football. I'd probably be a part of the CFL or something at the maximum. Because I am a short fellow, but I used to have a football background a long time
See,
ago.
the crazy thing, I don't get why football, they don't get more short guys in there. Like, yeah, they can't run as much as a tall guy, but like getting sacked, like imagine being 6'2" and getting sacked by somebody who's like 5'6" and just like 100% muscle, like just a fucking machine.
Yeah.
Like that's like, it's like having like a 10-pound ball of steel that's like the size of my hand. That I'm 5'6", so that would be the equivalent of that fucking cannon firing me through the stomach.
Damn.
Like if somebody was like 5'6", 210, and just fucking full on muscle, just imagine one of those guys just catapulting across the field and just fucking sniping a guy with the fucking, like with the ball in their hand. Like,
hell yeah.
The NFL is sleeping on short guys like 100%. They need to get some like muscle bound fucking short guys and get them in there to start sacking the quarterback, because the quarterback's always 6 foot plus. Like that would fuck a quarterback up like his whole day. Not only would it hurt, but it would hit him in his dignity. He'd be like, "Fuck, dude, I'm this like, I'm 6 feet tall. I'm this fucking athlete, and this little fucking manlet just took me down." Like, yeah, he did, bitch.
If I remember right, my dad used to be a defensive player. I believe a defensive end. I might be a little wrong. Maybe it was a DT, defensive tackle. But then he
for the Steelers.
And then he got hit hard enough where his eye popped out.
Yo, wait, you told me that. That's fucked. I remember hearing that. That's fucking fucked. He
got hit hard enough in high school football that his eye literally was like dangling right here.
Could he see out of it?
I don't think so.
Dude.
I don't think so. If he could, that'd be wild.
I completely forgot you told me that story and how fucked I thought. It's as fucked as it was when I heard it the first time. I mean, that...
Yeah, he got hit by like this guy's like shoulder pad, and it just dragged his eye out, if I remember right.
That's fucking terrifying.
He had to get stretchered out straight to the hospital, and in the ambulance they popped his eye back in.
Yeah, I mean, I figured that's what normally you should do, is just like, just fucking...
But all right, we're good. All the nerve endings, all the muscle, like it'd be a bit rough.
It's not going in. Why won't it go in?
He probably had a nurse in the back of the ambulance going, and just putting it back in. Similar, professional wrestler Vader got punched by a guy with his thumb out on his fist, and it dragged his eye out.
Oh!
And he had to push it back in.
Oh, that's even fucking worse than your dad's story, I think.
Yeah, because you can picture it just the way I'm wording it.
Yeah, I can't.
But yeah, for Vader, it was like slightly out. It was like a push and to the side kind of push.
Ooh, dude, that fucking that makes me sick.
Yeah.
That's fucking nasty, dude. What the fuck?
Outside of that, there's a lot of other football injuries, but yeah, I just think it would have been cool if my dad was a little luckier when it came to hits. And he's around the same height as me. And when he was in high school, he was probably close to 5'11" at the time.
Lucky.
And if he just like stayed healthy and he didn't get that eye poked out, I feel like he could have done decent in college football too.
It's like Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. I could have made it pro with the arm like this.
Mm-hmm. And now you have Peyton Manning's Robo-Neck saving the entire like football industry for the past like 12, 13 years.
Yeah, I need to get me some Robo-Neck, if you know what I mean.
I just know in 2010 or 2011, one of those years, he got hit so hard that parts of his spine busted under the skin. And
Holy
they had
shit,
to go
dude.
through and surgically like repair everything.
Dude, hang up your fucking hat at that
in
point.
His neck.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just hang up the fucking hat.
When
just
he was
hang it up.
playing on the Broncos, he had a robotic neck essentially, because all he could do is this.
Was he like a Was he like Batman in that?
Yeah, he was Michael Keaton Batman.
He's like,
yeah, he was essentially doing that while playing in the Broncos. And now the Broncos are just ass. They're like the worst team in football this year. They have one good receiver, and they're probably going to trade him, and that's it. Do not like the Broncos this year. Even though I am a horse team fan, I do like my horse teams. I also like the Colts when they are healthy, and it is very funny that Peyton was on both of the horse teams at one point.
Yeah, I think you know that guy Vaush. He like makes like lib videos or whatever. He streams. He likes the horse teams a lot too. I've heard.
I don't want to be related to him, but let me add a couple teams to this list. Okay, so I like the Broncos, the Colts, and I also like the Browns. I like the Bengals every other year because
fuck you, fuck the Bengals, fuck them. Because they get hurt, that's better.
Yeah. I also like the Titans when they had Derrick Henry. Now they do not, so I do not like the Titans. I do like the Eagles. Eagles are a good team. 49ers, good team.
The Eat That Pussy 445 team, that's the Eagles.
The Eagles, brother. Sometimes I like the Vikings. The next non-podcast related video on this channel is going to be about the Vikings. I literally have not pieced together any of it because I have become busy with many other things, like 12-hour shifts for 4 days straight.
Nice. So, dude, that would make me want to kill myself.
Yeah, I can't adjust that shit until like third week July. So
it's 4 times 12 is
48, bro.
48. Mm-hmm. Oh damn. I mean 48 hours, that isn't too bad.
Yeah.
Well,
I
don't know. It's a 40-hour shift with an extra shift on top of that. Yeah. It does kind of suck. I worked 50-hour weeks for like a couple weeks one time. I made great money doing it, but it fucking sucked dick, dude. Like 50-hour weeks. I was like by Thursday or late Wednesday into Thursday, I was like, dude, fuck this. This is fucking gay. I do not want to do this.
There was a time when I worked at Fazoli's over here for like 3 or 4 months, and we had to close repeatedly on Sundays in August.
Yeah.
And we would not close until 4 a.m. And I was double shift. So technically I was like 7 a.m. to 4 a.m. over there.
Holy shit.
Then I would go to sleep, wake up, get ready, and go back to work, and then go to sleep.
Yeah, I would tell my employers abso-fucking-lutely not. I'm not fucking doing that shit.
I was a minor at the time too, so they were just taking advantage of like minor rules for working conditions.
Yeah,
so I was doing super minimum wage of the 7.25 for fucking 21 hours in a day, essentially.
Yeah, my job is doing something really gay now. Well, they're doing a lot of really gay stuff, but this is the most recent one that's actually gone through. So by July 1st, we have to wear like boots, steel-toed boots that are supplied by the company.
Okay.
The only catch is, since I work in food processing, you can't wear them outside. You have to keep them in the building. The reason this is retarded is because we have been wearing our shoes in and out of the building since I started working there in November.
Strange.
So how does this realistically change anything? like it literally, if I want to go outside, I have to put my regular fucking shoes on. Like, it's fucking stupid as fuck. And I've talked to other people I work with about it, and they're like, yeah, I'm the time it takes for me to take off my boots and put on my shoes to go out and have a cigarette, I'm not adding that onto my break time at all. And I'm like, yeah, damn straight, I'm not doing it either. Finally, I'm not the only one. But no, I did make sure, because they had us go down and order the boots that we want. and the ones I ordered were the most expensive ones I could without paying out of pocket any money.
Yeah.
So I pretty much have a $100 and something pair of Timberlands that I can fucking wear at work and flex on all the bitches. You know what I'm saying? Dude, bro. I got the Tims. Oh shit! I can't say on the show.
I'm gonna have to come up here in around 25 minutes. I will keep a mental reminder to cut that.
Yeah, definitely make sure to cut that one. I got too excited about the Tims, bro. I told you it was bound to happen eventually. I was going to slip up, and I slipped up twice. But no, I thought the whole like, oh, you can't wear them outside to fucking you like. I just thought that was really retarded considering the fact. And then they want to give us uniforms too, which is stupid. Normally I can just wear street clothes in there. And they're like, oh, the uniforms have to stay in the building to comply with sanitation standards. It's like, bro, I've been wearing street clothes in and out of the building to work since I started working. Why are we doing all this bullshit? Like it's just stupid. Nobody I know that works there that I talk to fucking likes it at all. They all think it's really stupid. Yeah. I mean, like they're treating your footwear as if you're fucking a woman. You know?
Yeah, that is
like if you fuck
I suppose.
If you fuck one chick and then you go and fuck the other, like fuck another one, wash your dick off between fuck sessions. But this is a egg noodle factory.
Yeah.
This isn't having sex with multiple women.
So you just move around packaged bow ties, tie noodles, and that's it.
Well, I don't make bow tie noodles. I make like different cuts of like Amish noodles. But
okay.
No, my job's being retarded, and I got written up today too, so what? I'm kind of salty about that.
Is it because you were theorizing about Letty from Fish Tank a little too much?
I wish it was. No, apparently, so they have a point system for whenever you do naughty stuff, and yeah, I know. I was only ever notified that I had 1 point, and apparently I had 5, and that constitutes a write-up, and nobody decided to tell me. Nobody decided to tell me until I was getting written up today that I had 5 of 8 points. Ooh. And I'm like,
Jesus.
I don't even care that I have all those points, and I don't care about the write-up. What I care about, I wish the fuck I could redeem them. I redeemed them today for a write-up, so I got fucked.
So now you're back to 0, or are you stuck at 5?
No, I still got 5.
Fuck. Okay.
But like I said, I don't give a shit about the points. I couldn't give a less of a fuck about the write-up. It's the fact that they decided to write me up. That's when I learned how many points I really had. And I also learned that the plant manager didn't put the fucking points in until today, which means I had 0 points up until now. And then they just like rolled out 5 on me.
That shit? That's
yeah, they just stacked. Literally, it's like I'm walking down the street. I look both ways. No vehicles. I take 1 step in the street. I get hit by a Mack truck and I die. Like that's what I walk. That's how walking into work felt today.
Like what's it called? There's a movie. I think it's Scary Movie. Like one of those where the girl starts walking into the street and she goes drop fucking dead, and then she gets hit by a car.
Yeah, I think that's It's either 2 or 3 that happens. I've seen those. Those are the only scary movies that I've seen. Yeah, no, I don't know. Corporate work, like I don't know. Working sucks. I'm just gonna put it out there. Working is fucking gay and it sucks.
But if everybody just if we took this podcast as a job, right?
Yeah.
There'd be so much more complicated stuff.
I don't think so. I think I'd be fine with this shit. Oh no, somebody's whining on Twitter about the show. What am I gonna do? Not care. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
So the place that I'm working at is a security place. So earlier in the week, I was pretty much trained on how to be a security guy. And it is not just asking if you have the proper credentials. It is also If something happens, you need to know CPR. If something else happens, you need to call the cops. If something else happens,
you need to shoot the assailant. Shoot him.
Well,
Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Bang, bang, bang! Stop resisting! Bang, bang! Shit like that.
I synced up with the recording there, so it looks like I got shot. It may have been a little delayed, but I tried. Okay. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that they went over. It was like, I want to say like almost 20 hours of training shit I had to.
So are you like certified? Are you like certified for the state of Tennessee in CPR?
Technically, there should be some sort of official thing I can print today. It should be emailed today. And then I can be like, I did it. I know how to press into a guy's chest about 2 inches on a good rhythm.
Because that looks good on a resume, knowing CPR and having experience.
Imagine? I think it might be the way I get a PA job or something, is knowing CPR, unironically.
It very well could
really
be.
Fucking cool.
Well, there's a lot of places that where upper management needs to be trained on CPR. That's like a prerequisite. So,
dude, I technically got boosted to be a fast food manager. Let's go.
Yeah, pretty much. Or like if you wanted to work at like a steel mill or something, like somewhere that really fucking sucks and they don't care about people, you'd probably get in knowing CPR. And if you're a good worker, and they'll be like, yeah, we'll make our last management guy fucking quit because he wanted to kill himself and we didn't do anything about it. So we have this other guy. We have this other guy that can replace him, and I mean, I guess he knows CPR. That's like one of the prerequisites. So who gives a fuck? Whatever, give him the job. That's what'll happen. I guarantee it 100%. Knock on wood.
Unironically, I might actually adjust my LinkedIn page to say that I know CPR. And
dude, absolutely do
it for the rest of the day and see
if
you
have
comes
to. You fucking have to. You have to put that you know
skills.
CPR.
It would be skills, I believe. It's either that or I have to put it under certifications, and that's fine too. I used to have a paper that said I'm efficient in Microsoft Office, and I have no clue where that shit went. So that's unfortunate. So yeah, I can make a spreadsheet if I remember certain tutorial videos. I can make a PowerPoint and I can write documents for whoever needs them.
I've thought about just like making a resume and just making it all lies and seeing who'll hire me with that resume and see if I could get like some like 20 an hour job saying like, yeah, I'm awesome at Microsoft Office. I'm awesome at PowerPoint. Anything Microsoft, I'm awesome at it. When the reality is I'm fucking terrible at all of it.
Well, there is a thing where you can embellish and exaggerate, maybe like, oh, I was here for blank amount of time, and then you add in month or something.
I already do that on my regular resume. That's why I'm saying I'll like need to make a new one so I can like just completely lie.
Well, now
like lie about everything.
Now you can, I believe, edit videos on YouTube Shorts to make them look a little nicer.
Oh yeah.
So if you make a couple of YouTube Shorts, you could technically put video editing in your skills.
I feel like I have applied to a job and I put video editing as a skill because I've used Windows Movie Maker before.
Hell yeah, dude. Classic.
Yeah.
I think that's how they made Red versus Blue.
Windows Movie Maker?
Yeah, unironically, I think they used Windows Movie Maker for
I have seen the like very first few episodes of Red versus Blue, and that would track for me. Excuse me.
No problem. Back to the job real quick though. The job at hand with that whole 12-hour shift thing. If my demeanor is completely different next week from exhaustion, now you know why.
What kind of places are you going to be securing as a security detail?
I am in downtown,
Downtown Nashville?
Yeah, it's kind of sketchy,
fuck.
bro.
Yeah, fuck that shit. They should have given you a gun.
People, dude. Well,
they really should have given you a gun for that.
I voluntarily said unarmed because I felt like I was not safe holding a gun or using a gun on my own.
Honestly, that's a very good position to take. I would, yeah, if you don't feel comfortable with a gun, I'd rather you not have one.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
So I was like, I'll do unarmed stuff from, I will embellish here.
Are you doing a melee build?
Technically, dude. Because the most I can do is like grappling with my hands. Like I have to act like an amateur wrestler.
Can you do the iron claw on somebody?
Dude.
Like,
yeah, dude.
Fucking iron claw there. Stop resisting.
Yeah,
what are you gonna do now?
Crush his skull like a coconut. Hell yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting job because of how frequent those shifts are. But it will also make me like completely exhausted by Wednesday. And I'll just be a piece of shit, I feel, for the Fallout stuff. I'll just be an asshole the entire time. And they're going to be pissed at me. But I'm glad I can still show up for it.
Yeah, I thought about doing like some security jobs for a while when I was like in between jobs. The only problem is none of the ones in my area paid enough for me to pay rent. So
yeah, that is
I didn't end up going with it.
When it comes to everything, because even just this weekend's worth of stuff I gotta do, it would not equate rent in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I would have to take up like a job and a half more to get it to work out.
Right.
Bit of a mess over here, but yeah. In case I'm literally just brain dead next week on the pod, you know why now. That's going to be fun to figure out.
Yeah, one too many vagrants to deal with. Honestly, I feel like what's going to happen with that job is just going to entail shooing away the homeless.
Maybe, because it's in the downtown spot. So there's a lot of...
And there's hella homeless people down there, dude. Yeah. There's like crazy... homeless people in fucking Nashville.
It might turn into a World War Z-esque scene of
one of the
climbing up.
One of the fucking times that when I was in the band, we went down to Nashville. I remember we played. I forget where we played. It was somewhere on the Strip, but we were coming back. And our guitar player, Jake, this homeless lady came up to him and started giving him this spiel about like, oh, my mother died and I need a bus ticket and all that normal bullshit. And she got to the end of her fucking 10-minute story or whatever. And Jake was like, yeah, I don't have any cash on me. And she was like, man, fuck you, white motherfucker. And she just walked away. And it was like when I heard him say that happened, I was like, dude, I ain't giving fucking homeless people nothing. That's how they're gonna act. I'd have fucking went off on that bitch. It's telling me, fuck you, white motherfucker. Damn. What do you think I could say that would piss her off more than she pissed me off?
You already said it in the pod. Please.
I have a certain 6-letter word I could just drop out of the blue that would really fucking ruin your day more than whatever homelessness.
For sure.
No, I would win. I'd win against a homeless person. They do fentanyl and they eat gas station food. You really think they stand a chance against me? The answer is fuck no. How many homeless people do you think go to the gym?
Well, the most they can do is like pull up bars somewhere.
Oh, they get to do calisthenics. Guess what? I have money, I have a home, and I can afford a fucking gym membership. If you're homeless and you're watching this, I dare you to fucking fuck with me. Next time I'm in a major metropolitan area, I dare you to come fuck with me. I dare you.
Imagine just a fucking guy watching the pod in like a library, just a homeless guy, and he's like, "Oh, just this like motherfucker watching
that fucking same motherfucker on the goddamn podcast." God damn it, I did it again.
Now I gotta try to figure out 41 minutes.
This is not
mental check.
This is not Shane's best episode, really, is it?
I'm gonna have to go through and check every interaction.
This is not my best episode, is it?
It's okay. I think you're just excited because of Fish Tank.
I am. I'm fired up on Fish Tank. I've been watching it.
Minutes you were saying that at?
Yeah, quick. before I dropped another soft A on the show or something. I just want to talk about Fish Tank because I feel like there's less of a chance of me dropping a fourth nefarious N, as some know them. But no, this season 2.5, it's out right now, fishtank.live. That's a website, so go look it up or something.
Please.
But no, it's fucking awesome. Like literally they've had I mean, you obviously know that they've had 2 seasons so far, but I'm just explaining for the viewers' case.
Season 2.5 is the one that we are talking about.
Yeah, and it's currently streaming now. It's live 24/7. They have like security camera style shit all around, and they have
handheld
body cams. Yeah, they have a handheld cam. They have body cams for this one. The previous ones were only those security style cams. But no, I really like what they're doing this season. It's one thing I've noticed compared to the latter 2 seasons, it has much more of like a positive vibe, whereas the other ones are like overwhelmingly negative. Like I remember for season 2, I started smoking weed again at some point during season 2, and I remember I ripped the bong really hard, and I went in my room and turned on Fish Tank, and I just felt like crippling anxiety watching season 2. But I'll get high and I'll watch season 2.5, known as the Blood Games, and I will have the time of my life. It's hilarious. They're doing cool, fun shit. They I don't know, they put a shit ton of more work into this, I feel like, than the other 2 seasons, and it's like a 2-week half season type of thing.
They introduced the Duke because he forgot his name, Sam Hyde. He was going to be another one of his Gold Striker characters, and he forgot the name immediately. And he just went, fuck, I'm the Duke now, whatever. And that was it. It was like the best introduction you could have given him.
It's funny that he did that, because I didn't see that at all. But it was funny they did that because in season 1, when he comes into the house and addresses the fish, he's like, "My name's Jonathan Goldstriker." And he almost dropped his like government name, and he didn't want to. No, I don't even know. This season's just great. It's out in the woods, and they have like a base camp. They have quests. There's like a story arc.
Yeah, it's a mix of like medieval and cowboy kind of stuff, from what I can tell.
Yeah,
it's just a little bit in the middle.
Well, it's very D&D-esque. And there's times where our friend Tyler, who DMs a lot of our tabletop shit, there's a lot of moments where I'm watching the show and I can understand his frustration when we're not catching on to like what's going on. Because there's been a couple times in the past 4 days when this first started where it's like, guys, it's right in front of your fucking faces. What more questions are there to ask?
Yeah.
And they just don't get it. But I've as a player and playing a bunch of tabletops and shit, I've been there not knowing, like, it could be right in front of my face and I don't fucking know it. So
that happened once when we were doing introductions for the Fallout stuff.
Yeah.
Straight up, I just could not register in my head what he was talking about. And it was like the most obvious thing. And then you did it too at one point. You were just like, so what do I do? And Tyler was like, "You fucking idiot! This is all you gotta do. You just gotta talk to this guy or whatever."
Yeah, but I never understood like a DM's frustration until I'm watching essentially D&D from a third person perspective with like the DM's notes, basically. That's how it feels watching blood games sometimes. But there are other times where the participants are like really on the dot when it comes to shit. Especially Ty. Dude, that guy, he's just I don't know. He's the fucking Widowmaker of the fucking vampires they have to fight there. I mean, dude's got like 10 kills or something like that. Yeah. They gave him a new revolver, and
bro's just playing COD Zombies. He's waiting for the crawler to die.
No, they gave him a new revolver, and it has like a long ass barrel. The old one was like short, and the long barrel is going to like hinder the velocity of the BBs coming out of it because they're using airsoft guns. So they nerfed. He was so good they had to nerf him. Like that's. and Ty, he's a comedian, so obviously he throws a bunch of jokes in there. He's told the funniest fucking jokes since the past 2 seasons, just like this time around. It's fucking awesome.
I'm glad Vance joined yesterday because Vance was one of my favorites from season 1, and I believe he should be in more stuff that they work on.
Yeah, yesterday they made Vance the leader of the party. And the NPC that asked them who the leader was after they had made Vance the party leader, he was like, interesting. I thought this guy, Ty, would be much better. And Ty was just like, why would I want to be the leader? There's too much stress. I don't want to be the leader. I got to be responsible for all these people.
It does make sense. He needs to stay focused. No. He has the most kills.
That's what makes him like the best fucking member of the party, like in a game sense kind of aspect for the show. Like he's right. Like who would want to lead around John?
That is true. John probably just wanders around anyways.
He does.
Yeah.
No, he wanders around. He starts shit with everybody.
Yeah, he started beef with Letty from what I can remember.
Dude, he started beef with Letty. He started beef with Taylor. He started beef with Danye, who's playing one of the NPCs. He started beef with the blacksmith, the blacksmith's wife, the shopkeeper, the shopkeeper's alter ego. He started beef with this one NPC they have, Xavier Ravenclaw. Started beef with him. That's 8 fucking people. He's been there for like 3 days.
He's gonna get his shit kicked in a couple of days.
Started beef with the sheriff's deputy. Started beef with the sheriff.
He only has sided with the Duke, I think, is what I saw.
No, you're absolutely right.
And that's it.
You're absolutely right. That's the only guy he's friends with.
Do you think he's just doing this as a plant, or is he just being an asshole?
No. Dude, I watched all of season 1. I saw like a bunch of John's antics in season 1. He's not putting on a character. This is the real John we are seeing.
It's just straight beefing.
But it's crazy. That's awesome. Like 10 fucking people. He started beef with 10 people.
I saw Taylor coming back, and she has short hair now. And that makes sense. It's only been like, what, 4 months since season 2?
I think her hair grows slow, personally, because my hair would be a lot longer after 4 months. I know that for sure.
Yeah. I saw that... I might not know the exact character name, but there's a guy that's like fawning over her.
Yeah, that's Xavier Ravenblood. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, wait, is she of age?
They had a whole they had a whole fucking thing earlier today where they had Xavier Ravenblood fucking like inspecting Taylor's feet and stuff. And just like making shit weird as possible for her, like regarding feet. And like I was in the car just kind of listening to what was happening, but it was like some of the craziest fucking shit I've ever heard.
And then I just hope Vance wins. Unironically, Vance is like my guy to win besides Ty.
Have you ever watched his live streams, Vance's?
No,
they're pretty good.
So.
They're actually pretty good. I watched him a bunch when he first started streaming on YouTube, like right after he got out of the tank, and I was like, It was really funny and really entertaining. Now he does, I think he's like doing prank calls and like a bunch of different shit like that on stream. And I don't know. I think the streams are really entertaining that he does. I think you'd like him if you like Vance. Like I said, this season is just like popping off like crazy. It's super good. Even with like, there's been a shit ton of technical difficulties, but like, I feel like the people that bitched up, like, have been bitching about those on Twitter and shit like that. They haven't realized that that's like going to happen in every season in the beginning.
I just can't believe that they've had 3 seasons in just about a year worth of time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I thought season 2 would have came by like now. Actually, I think like about now. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna do season 2 in a year, and they're like, no, we're gonna do it like end of 2023 into 2024, and I was like, oh, all right, whatever. Hope it's good, and it was.
I'm just gonna assume that next month is Fish Tank 3, but they might push it back to like August. It would be my guess.
The current, I don't remember the exact date, but Fish Tank season 3 is releasing in August.
Okay.
They're working on season 3 and 2.5 at the same time, and I would assume they're still working on season 3 as 2.5 is going on. Yeah, I just really like what they're doing with the blood games. Like I'll say it forever till I die. Like, this has been super fun to watch, and I don't think anybody has ever taken live streaming this far. You know, like Germa has done a ton of groundbreaking shit with streaming, but like to the level they're going with the blood games, like I genuinely don't feel like anybody's done anything like that.
The closest thing I got is Ludwig's subathon, where he just kind of went around his house, and that was about it.
Yeah, but he wasn't in the woods roughing it.
He wasn't out in the woods. There was no stationary cams. There was
he
no
could
handhelds. There was no body cams.
Yeah, he could still like drink gamer sups or whoever sponsors him whenever he fucking wants.
Yeah.
They can't have gamer sups at the blood games.
Yeah, they only know about iFunny. That is the only thing they know about.
Yeah, they know iFunny, and they know like references from the past 2 seasons.
I really hope Marlboro Reds sponsors the show.
Yeah, dude, they smoke hella fucking cowboy killers on there, man. I don't know. I guess I'll name off contestants too for people that may want to watch Fish Tank and be more acquainted with the fish, or just people who may have possibly watched the previous 2 but didn't know Blood Games was going on. So you have 2 fish from season 1. It's Letty and Vance. From season 2, we have like literally my 2 favorite contestants from season 2, which is probably adding to why I like Blood Games so much. But you have Taylor and Jimmy. Those guys fucking rule, and they're funny. And then the final 2 competitors, or I lied, actually. For season 1, John was also in season 1, and he's there too. So it's Letty, Vance, John. And then the final 2 are freeloader contestants, which is an dynamic of the show. So you have Greg Helsing, a.k.a. the Mr. Beast guy from the fucking Mr. Beast Squid Game rap battle. He's there as Greg Helsing. And then you have Ty, who I previously mentioned, who is a freeloader on season 1 and 2. And the guy fucking rules. I mean, I really can't put it any other way. We should try and get a Fish Tank contestant on here. I think we could manage it. I did ask Jimmy at one point, not long after season 2 happened, and he told me he'd like to do it, but he just had too much on his plate at the moment. So
that's fine. I mean, I think having a system like Fish Tank takes a lot of time and effort, and it's better for people to put their time to it than to do other things.
He wasn't busy with anything Fish Tank oriented. It's just like Jimmy's poor like I am.
Yeah, that makes sense too. We could always have him call in. He can use his phone. I don't mind.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we definitely could probably manage to get a Fish Tank participant or contestant or something on here.
It'd be the lowest viewed interview of that person's career, but It would be an interview in some ways.
I think if we wait till season 3 and we wait till somebody we both really like gets kicked off, I think
sweep up and under and get them.
Yeah, dude, we do a pincer attack like in Stalingrad. They wanted to pincer Stalingrad so that it would be a siege, and Stalingrad would essentially be surrounded by the Germans. We could do that pincer maneuver, you and I, on a season 3 fish tank contestant, and essentially put them in a position where we make them do an interview with us. Yeah, it's foolproof. Like, no way that could go wrong, right?
Unless the pod suddenly becomes monthly, which is a thing that I will try to update you on in the next month, because shifts change all the time, and they were.
Oh, we can record on a different day too.
That works too. I mean, we got Thursday locked in if you ever need it. But I'm just saying, like, where I'm at, they're like, oh, well, we might have to have you change your shit. You're right.
Yeah, I knocked my mic over. There's an ant on the table, and I was trying to flick it.
But they were like, you might have to change your shift by, like, the 3rd week of July. So if that somehow starts to slide into show, like, our time recording the show, I will let you know.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I would like this to stay a weekly thing, even if we don't record on whatever day we plan to post it. But we'll figure it out. I don't think it'll be as big a deal as we might be making it out to be.
Yeah, it's just it's going to be interesting to see A, how exhausted I am next week, and B, see where my scheduling for these things go. So
yeah,
that's all I got for work-related matters. So
yeah, we'll play it by ear. I think we'll be fine.
I don't really have much more topics for the day for the pod.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, I could just keep going on about fish tank blood games, but I don't know how interesting the viewers would find it. Well, then again, if they made it this far in the show, they probably don't really give a shit what we talk about.
I think sometimes if we don't scream into the mic, maybe this could turn into a sleep aid podcast eventually, depending on how loud we get. Also, the little intro disclaimer thing was mixed poorly last week. So it goes right into your ear, and then it starts to pod. So that's my bad. I'll remix that shit for this week. So thank you guys for watching listening to this week's Northwest Trenches podcast. This was episode 24, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, sexies. Goodbye.
And I still got to censor all that stuff.
Yeah, the three separate times I said.
Barber soap, Barcelona, Periscope, live stream Spain, Billy Zane with a sniper scope.